Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tyler, it's aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right, in this video, it's real short. I'm just going to get right to the point. We're talking about some of the best counters to the RC Bandito. It could definitely be pretty annoying, and it could definitely become a grief tactic. So, we know it takes a couple of explosives before it gets destroyed. So that's kind of a pain in the ass, right? But what we have found out through testing is that you can lock onto it with weapons. Now, not every weapon is good to use to lock on with. For example, the God dang it, the homing rocket launcher on the ground is, it works, but all the person has to do is just drive right up on you, and you're gonna kill yourself, or they could just quickly change directions and you'll lose lock, or it just doesn't track that well, as you see right here. Explosives do tend to work pretty good. The up and atomizer, again, will kind of deter the vehicle itself, but once again, I mean, it can easily miss, and if it's close enough to, they can just blow up, and it's probably going to take you out regardless. So you have to make sure you engage at distance, but your accuracy has to be quite true. All right, as you see right here, a RPG. It's a free firing weapon. That's definitely a good method, but it could take a couple of shots before this thing gets destroyed, and then, like you see right there, you could very easily kill yourself. So, what is a very effective way? Now, we're talking about the best way, right? It's really a couple of different ways that you could use to counter this. As you see right there, I showed you a few of them. But some of the better ways are going to be vehicles that can get you up in the air and have excellent lock-on tracking capabilities. So some of the vehicles that I'm talking about are going to be the Deluxo, the Mark II, the original Oppressor, the Jetpack. Those are going to be some of the better ones to go with. Of course, these vehicles are extremely expensive, and I don't recommend going out and buying them just to have a counter to the RC Bandito. However, I'm sure many of you already have at least one of these vehicles in your arsenal. All right, so each of those vehicles I just talked about have very good lock-on and tracking capabilities, and they will be effective because they are going to be fast firing as well. Now, you do have limitations on your ammo, but because these vehicles can track and lock on quite well, and they are effective enough to destroy them in just a few rounds, you'll be able to be pretty successful in taking out the RC Bandito. So, several weapons can work, but there'll be other ones that are going to be effective. The best thing, though, is to get yourself off of the ground, especially in a vehicle that can hover and is very agile, like the Mark II, the Jetpack, or the Deluxo. The original Oppressor does not have as good of agility. It can't get around as easy as these vehicles can, and you're on the ground at some point, so you can still be vulnerable to that. But once again, because the player is not inside the RC Bandito, you will not basically get a kill card. You won't get any kind of like score count. You'll just know that it's blown up by visual reference, and when your actual lock-on won't lock on to the destroyed car anymore, right? So that's really, from my testing, from what we found out with some crew members, that's really the best counter to these vehicles, and it is quite effective. All they can do is just run from you, or they can despawn, and it's just the player now. So, take it for what it is. These little cars, they're cool, they're fun, they can be used for good, but they are annoying, and they can be grief tools. But these are some of the better ways to work around them and to counter them. Once again, some of the better vehicles are going to be your Mark II, your Deluxo, your original Oppressor, your Jetpack. Those would be some really good vehicles to use to get around there. Some of your other weapons will work as well, but they just won't be as effective. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. All right, check out my Twitter at TylariusYT, my Instagram Tylarius_YT. Check out my merch at redbubble.com and spreadshirt.com. Just search Tylarius. You guys know what to do, man. Smash that like button. You guys stay dangerous, all right? We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.